banking is not what you expect to be. It is very dynamic because the customers are far more intelligent than the people who are working there. Being the banker, we have to guide them into the right path. So we are moving into this digitalization era where AI to take most of the inputs, personalized touch what a banking sector gives to the customer. It can't be replaced. ABBS given us the right platform and the mindset to move forward that anything can be right if your mindset is right.
Welcome to Changemakers by ABBS. In this episode, we bring you an inspiring journey from the classrooms of ABBS to the dynamic world of banking. Our guest, Mr. S. Nikhil Raj, a CASA and Gold Officer at Federal Bank, and an alumni of ABBS, share insights on navigating the banking sector, building strong customer relationships, and balancing business targets with personal passions. From key lessons at ABBS to leveraging marketing and HR skills in finance, this conversation is packed with valuable takeaways. Tune in to discover career advice, challenges, and the mindset needed to succeed in the ever evolving banking industry. Hi, Nikhil. I welcome you to Changemakers by ABBS podcast. Thank you so much for joining us in today.
It's my pleasure, ma'am, to be here with you.
So, before we begin, would you mind introducing yourself, letting us know a bit about your journey and the work that you do?
I am Nikhil Raj, currently working at Federal Bank Tipto branch as an officer. It's been a pleasureful ride for me over a period of time that I've been working in Federal Bank. It all started with ABBS itself, the curriculum that I've got from ABBS, the education system, as well as the support from the faculty has been really sumptuous, right?
Right. So, how did your journey starts from like ABBS to Federal Bank? Basically, how it unfolds from ABBS to Federal Bank.
ABBS was a really stepping stone in my career because they had given me the path for joining into this sector, because probably I never had in my mind as banking to be a career option, because I was looking into marketing and HR, and suddenly the things that had unfold during the ABBS period, they see, right, sometimes whatever the good opportunities come, you just need to just grab it. And that was the best opportunity I've got from ABBS, and it was the first interview that I had attempted it, and I just cracked it thanks to all the faculty who had helped me over the period of time, and all the skill sets that I gained from the college has helped me in my career itself right now during the workplace, because it's a very dynamic sector. Banking is not what you expect to be the same front desk job, what people think that you just type in and do other stuffs. It is very dynamic because the customers are really they are very far more intelligent than the people who are working there. So to be on the pace with customers and work with them to understand their needs and requirements is the challenge, which hopefully over a period of time I might learn it and cultivate it.
Right, right. And what are some of the key challenges and learnings in your role as CASA and Gold Officer?
So as the word CASA itself states that CA stands for current account and savings account. And most probably we being like, we know what is a savings account. But as a customer, most people don't know that there's a variety of savings account as well as variety of current accounts that caters what's the need of the customer itself. So when a customer comes to a bank, most probably depending on their requirement, we have to give the necessary products that is required. It is not a tangible product that we're talking about in a banking sector. Might be loans, might be gold, might be the accounts that you want to come up. And there are a lot of banks over the market. But how do we stand apart from the other banks is the service quality. And being the CASA officer, it is my responsibility to look into the customer's requirement. And right now the market is shooting up for gold. As you can see, the gold price has never been decreased for past 2 to 3 years, and it's shooting high, and it is our responsibility to guide the customers that what's the market value, how it is required for them during the period, and how what are the necessary consequences if the market falls down for the gold portfolio. So there are a lot of customers who don't have the idea to when they come and place the gold loan. So it is our responsibility to guide them and as well as tell them that this is how things will be going on. And being the banker, we have to guide them into the right path, what is necessary for them, apart from just giving the services what they require from us. So it is very challenging because the customers who come to bank are kind of very smart than the people who are working there. They ask the set of questions that are required for them rather than we pitch the right product to them. So dealing with the psychological mentality of the customers as well as knowing their requirement is a big challenge being a banker. But over a period of time, I guess from my peer support, I'll be able to cope up with the necessary requirements.
Right. Since you're working in the customer relationship space, basically, so we all know that business targets and customer relationship does not like go hand in hand sometimes. So how do you manage it? Like building a good customer relationship along with that meeting the business targets.
So I can just give a small example. Like when we were small, where we used to go
Mm-hmm.
to a bank, like we would feel why the work is going slow or why they're not accepting things, why the pace of the bank is actually slow. But when I came inside the banking sector, when I am in the opposite side facing the customer, then I understood that there are different set of formalities that needs to be done. That is called as the final check what we do. Like when you deposit cash or when you ask for any other services from the banking sector, it goes on from one stage to another stage. That is called as from a maker stage and a checker stage. Now, I being in a bank, there are personal targets that I have to achieve. There is a bank target that I have to achieve. And upon that, I have to deal with the customers and not also make sure that the customer is satisfied with the service that we give. Because in the market, there are a lot of banks and they are really competitive. Where we are in a red ocean strategy where there are a lot of banks and they provide the same services. How we are different from the other banks helps us to gain the customer services. And as probably seeking that the brand's targets are to meet the customer's expectations as well as meet the targets that is required for the branch and the bank. And when we come talk to the customers, we try to pitch in various products and services to them. At least they land up in one. So when the customer comes to a bank, he should not feel that he's come for one services, but he will be going out taking multiple services from our end. That is the surety that we have to give from our services end. So it is a very challenging perspective because customer always consider that they come for one thing, like they come for the deposit of cash, and we try to have a good conversation, make a homely feeling for them that we are the personal bankers. After all, you can just call us and ask us whatever doubt you have over the phone, and it need not necessary for you to come to the branch itself. So we are moving into this digitalization era where AI is going to take most of the inputs that is necessary for any individual. Like you type in into Google and they'll give you the solution. Personalized touch, what a banking sector gives to the customer, it can't be replaced. So that human touch, what we are giving to the customers and the services, is actually helping and shaping the banking sector.
That's true. That's true. So, what are some valuable experiences at ABBS that you had, and that actually shaped your career?
Frankly speaking, I was not that kind of a presentable person when I was in my undergraduation because we never had that opportunity to speak or given a platform to talk regarding any specific topic or any specific outcomes or give our own opinion regarding any situations. So ABBS had given us that platform that we were challenged every day, that each and every topic that we speak about or what we present about has been challenged to a situation that not everything comes in your favor. When things go on, when things doesn't go in right direction, how do you keep your perspective right and don't lose your cool? The presentation platforms that we have got in ABBS and the dynamic education system where each question doesn't require to have only the same answer. One question can have four set of answer or five set of answers, and it depends on the individual who is just answering it. And it is largely accepted because of the perspective of the individual. So the individual's perspective is given more importance than the curriculum set of answers that is need to be required. So the understanding level of each and every individual as well as their capability to move on with the topic has helped us in ABBS. They've given us the right platform and the mindset to move forward, that anything can be right if your mindset is right.
Right. Also, for institutes, it is very much essential to keep pace with the changing world. And ABPS is one of the institutes which is actually growing with the time and helping their students to keep pace with the changing world. So, how can you apply your marketing and HR skills, because that's where your specialization lies in the banking sector?
To be honest, I did my BCom in finance, so I have a really different kind of a major and minor specialization because I came with the mindset to take finance as my career. though I'm working in a bank which is a financial sector, but found my strength in marketing and probably HR, because there were certain set of doubts moving forward during the post graduation program, that what is my strength. To be honest, it is very difficult to identify it is finance, marketing, or HR. So thanks to the faculty, thanks to my seniors, they were really generous enough to clarify my doubts, that this is your strength and this is your weakness. So it's better you look into your strengths rather than your weakness, and shape your strengths looking back what it was. So it helped me to take marketing as a career option, because market is very dynamic. You see banking, insurance, loans, and other sectors. It is all of a financial product which has been marketed at a very higher level. So I felt that marketing is the right career option for me. So going off with the marketing field, it was very new for me, because I was in a financial field learning accounts and finance, and straight away jumped into a marketing field where understanding the customer dynamics, market dynamics, as well as the peer dynamics that you learn in the HR also. So as long as you know the market dynamics, but you're not able to cope up with the peer dynamics, is totally a mislogical dilemma. So understanding how the market functions for you, understanding how your peer functions for you, and making sure that the work environment suits to your conditions is what I have learned over the period of time. And ABBS, to be honest, they have given me a lot of opportunities from the speaking perspective, from the marketing perspective. We had a lot of outreach activities that has made us possible, that it is not wrong to ask any right question, or it is not right to ask a wrong question. So it is left to the individual how he takes it. So we make mistakes, we learn from the mistakes. So that is the right platform, and I guess we were really fortunate enough that we could question our faculties, and they were really generous enough to answer all of our doubts, whether it was a simple or a complicated one. That was the starting point that has helped me over the period of time.
Right. Also, the current workforce and the future workforce demands like dynamic skill sets. So, what can be more better than like you are having your finance skills and HR skills? Now you're selling a product which is finance related, right? To your customers. So that's awesome, actually. So, what would be your advice to ABBS students who are aspiring to build a career in banking?
No, I would just tell them that have a doubt in your mind that everything is not going to be perfect. So I would just say that I came up with a mindset that I will go into finance, but I landed up in marketing. So whatever we think, it doesn't mean that it need to be land in the right direction. Sometimes a misguided direction also can lead to a right direction. So the best advice I can give is always have the mindset that nothing is enough. We need to achieve something more. They always say that if I am settled with what is enough, then I'll be happy with what I am enough. So it is better that I don't have enough, and I will look into something that is required for me over the period of time. So that is what I want to give the advice. And I also want to tell that look into the situations that doesn't suit to you, because when you are uncomfortable in the situations, only the hidden talent comes out. When you're in a very comfortable situation, hidden skill sets won't come out. When the situations become uncomfortable, unknowingly or unknowingly, the environment will make you in your favor. So that is the two advice I want to give it to the next coming.
Right. That's true. So, what do you do in your free time? Like, what are your hobbies, basically?
Right now, I am an avid sports person. I love to play sports, but after joining work, it is really difficult to manage working as well, as because we give a lot of work time during our banking. People think that our work just starts from 10 to 5, but we being officers, we stay up till 7:38 or probably 9. So that most of the time I keep my book. I am avid fiction reader. I love to read fiction books. So it keeps my mind awake and also far from the reality of the hustle and bustle of the world. So sometimes we require that kind of a free space in our mind, that work will go on, there will be pressure, but at least when your mind is empty, you can be peace from inside. So I love to read books more. I stay away from my home because I am not in Bangalore. So I talk to my parents a lot. The, they are the stress busters for me. So it is a good place that I share everything with my parents. So it gives me a better space, and in my mind, it cools down the situations. And next day, I come fresh for any challenges that needs to be faced.
Right. So that's how you keep yourself motivated also. Right. It was really an insightful conversation. Thank you so much for joining us in today and giving us your time.
And thank you for this opportunity. I was not expecting this early from ABS that they'll be recommending me for this podcast. I know it's just been 1.5 years that I've been passed out from ABS. There's a lot of learning for me to be done over the future. Hopefully things go right for me, and furthermore, this good discussions happens from my end. I'll be happy to see you again. Sure.